Imagine turning a Disney movie about animals into a film where the cute creatures die amidst the backdrop of a very grim historical event.
Could you imagine Disney making a movie? Oh wait, they already did. Never mind. I was about to say Disney making a movie like that, but like they already did.
Ways to get your horror thrill. It was essentially banned in many places.
Damn, so you telling me the special effects was so good, the government's like, nah, we gotta ban it? Bro, that special effects art is low-key goated. The special effects was so good that the government had to say, hey, we're banning it, bro. We don't know if it's like every banned movie explained in 14 minutes. Are they counting like basic movies? Cause I forgot which Middle Eastern country, like when that one Disney movie came out, when that lesbian couple kissed and like all the Middle Eastern countries just banned it. But if they're counting actual crazy movies, I don't know. I can't think of any crazy movies. Oh yeah, Lightyear, the Buzz Lightyear movie. Yeah. Like banning like all the Middle Eastern countries. The Tommy movie. My movie would be very wholesome, I feel like. What would be in my movie? Oh, my life story? The come up of my life? On how I went through turmoil? How I was shot in the hood 5 times, bro, and made it out? How I built up all my wealth from nothing? That would be an amazing movie. All right, let me see this.
The Da Vinci Code, 2006. The Da Vinci Code is the movie that made everyone wonder if Leonardo da Vinci was hiding secrets in his art or just had a really good
Low-key, bro, he might be, because, like, why did this painting get so famous? Can we be honest? Bro, the Mona Lisa, like, bro, why is that so famous? Who really cares about this lady that much? That people will sit in a line, bro, like, oh my god, the Mona Lisa, bro, who the f is Mona Lisa? Who was Mona Lisa, man? Bro, like, let's be serious. You can find 10 MILFs in Beverly Hills that look exactly like the Mona Lisa nowadays. Maybe back then or something, this was like the finest thing they could find. But nah.
Interior decorator. Let's just say his artwork wasn't exactly church-friendly. The movie suggests that Mary Magdalene and Jesus had a secret family, leading to outrage from different religious groups who see Jesus as untouched by sexual desires as that Playboy magazine in a monk's monastery. It's as if someone decided to rewrite history, using Da Vinci's artwork to create an intriguingly blasphemous backstory about the foundations of Christianity. Several countries...
Yeah, I feel like in any movie, just disrespecting any religion is like off limits, bro. Like in any movie, bro, it's just like some you shouldn't do.
Countries, with their very own standards of what's appropriate for public consumption, looked at the film and realized that this film might be a little bit too controversial to ever see Heaven's Gate. The film touched on themes that would make you question everything you ever
But is it banned everywhere? I feel like it's only banned like really religious like countries and stuff. It's probably not banned in like, would it be banned in America? No, America doesn't even care about Christianity anymore. It probably isn't.
About your religion. In places like Saudi Arabia and Egypt, where preserving religious sentiments is as important as keeping the desert sand out of your shoes, the movie was promptly thrown out the door. The plot was a bit too spicy and controversial for other people's tastes. It wasn't just about the plot, but also about how the film portrayed religious institutions, which felt like an over-the-top Mexican soap opera with too much drama. Countries and religions were afraid of what people would think about Jesus, the church, and everything Christianity ever stood for. So, the most logical thing to do to a movie that can rock your faith is to hide it under a rock called censorship. The Human Centipede, 2009.
Okay, but what actually is this movie? Because I just hear people joking about it. I've never seen it. Should I watch it? Is it really that bad? It's bad? No. I guess.
Someone may have cooked up this movie as their idea of what a horror film should be, but instead of a scary movie, it turned into an extreme test of how resilient your stomach can be. The Human Centipede was banned in numerous places because it made a lasting impression, though not what you'd want on your dinner table.
But how was it even released in the first place then? Like, a person really had to hire actors for this too. I wonder how the actors are doing today. They must be, I don't know, maybe they enjoyed it.
Follows the story of a mad scientist who decides that the pinnacle of human evolution is a creature with 3 people, a literal human centipede.
Crazy.
He wanted to connect human bodies in a way that sounds like something you'd find in a twisted game of connect the dots. But instead of giving you nightmares...
Oh, so that's what it is in that boy scene, bro. The boy scene where all, like, the people were eating each other's asses and shit, or whatever. Damn, bro. Weird. Yeah, I don't think I'll be watching this.
About ghosts.
How did this get made?
The plot could make you throw up everything you have in your system, all the way back to last month's breakfast. This twisted doctor kidnapped 3 people and connected them from mouth to anus, while basically turning their digestive tracts into one. Everything that the person at the front eats goes through the person connected to his butt until it finally passes through the third person. It's basically the world's worst team building exercise, a train game that went wrong. Countries and film boards didn't hesitate on banning the movie because they didn't want their people's eyes burning from what they might call a trauma.
Wait, y'all think if I search it up on 123, I won't finish the name of the website because I watch everything legally. It'll pop up. Yes, it actually pops up.
Traumatizing experience.
Can we ban this one, America?
It's a train wreck of taste and decency, and you're one of the lucky ones if you haven't seen a single minute of this movie.
It could.
Cannibal Holocaust, 1980. You might think dining out is a pleasant experience, especially when it's exotic, but Cannibal Holocaust changes that notion, turning an exotic meal into a movie that makes you understand why it's banned. The movie follows a group of filmmakers who went to the Amazon rainforest to film indigenous tribes. No one heard from them for a while. That's why a team of rescuers were sent to go looking for them. When they saw the crew's footage, they saw shocking acts of violence and cannibalism committed by the indigenous tribe.
Okay, but I'm gonna be real, bro. Like those dudes that, what's it called? Like there was some dude that like visited the Sentinel Island or something like that to try to communicate with them, and bro, he got like packed immediately. Like, why are you visiting these people, bro? Obviously, they don't want to be visited. They already told people they don't want to be visited. People try. Why are you trying to visit these random tribes and shit, bro? Let them sit down there. Let them do their own thing or whatever. And it is what it is, bro. Michael Rockefeller. It's crazy how like people, bro, they get so bored and like they're like, hey, it, I might as well visit these random people on Earth. Like, meet some people around the Earth first. Visit different countries that you've never been to. Why do you gotta visit a random Swahilian tribe? I don't know. In the middle of the Amazon rainforest.
A butcher's shop would look like a salad bar compared to this movie. Cannibal Holocaust's reputation was solidified by its special effects, as people wondered whether or not actual violence took place on set. There were false rumors that the actors were harmed for real, fueling the idea that Cannibal Holocaust wasn't just a movie, but a wild documentary of a blood-soaked adventure. The film also features live animal deaths, which makes it less of a midnight snack and more of a culinary nightmare. Its extreme content made it a recipe for disaster, forcing governments and film boards to decide that there are safer ways to get your horror thrill. It was essentially banned in many places.
Damn, so you telling me the special effects was so good, the government's like, nah, we gotta ban it? Bro, that special effects are as low-key goated. The special effects was so good that the government had to say, hey, we're banning it, bro. We don't know if it's like real or not or something. Dude, I hope he got like the best Hollywood role ever.
But if you get your hands on this film, you might need a strong stomach to handle this Amazonian food trip. Mouse, 2008.
Is that a mouse represented as... I mean, maybe it's about... Wrong music. Maybe it's about Tom and Jerry. Alright, maybe the mouse is a con mouse. We don't know this mouse. He could just have a mustache similar to, you know? We don't know him. So let's wait. Let's wait to learn about this mouse.
If Tom and Jerry decided to cover world history and focus heavily on World War II and the Holocaust, you get the movie Mouse, a film based on a famous graphic novel. And like its paper counterpart, it got banned in different places worldwide because nothing stirred up more emotions than the Holocaust. Mouse has a unique portrayal of the Jewish genocide by the Nazis. It's a heart-wrenching story depicted through human-like animals, where Jews are mice and Nazis are cats. So you can imagine that turning this deeply moving work into a movie requires treading on delicate ground. It's like trying to juggle chainsaws while blindfolded. One wrong movie and you're dead. But while some people love the way it tells the story of the Holocaust through a different method, the movie faced bans mainly due to...
A different method, my nigga? Tell the actual history. What is happening? People can't handle real history or something?
To its portrayal of sensitive content. Some people thought the graphic nature of the Holocaust depicted through these creatures was a bit too intense for their liking. Imagine turning a Disney movie about animals into a film where the cute creatures die amidst the backdrop of a very grim historical event.
Could you imagine Disney making a movie? Oh wait, they already did, never mind. I was about to say Disney making a movie like that, but like they already did. Oh man.
A very big mismatch that can cause confusion and make kids think that it's a family-friendly film, only for them to see early on how horrible life can be through the lives of the mice in Mouse. Additionally, the film faced resistance because of how it was perceived as altering the serious nature of the original work. In other words, some felt it might make the Holocaust's horrors seem less real. It's like adding a dash of sugar to a spicy dish. Sometimes it can balance the intense heat, but it can also ruin the flavor. In this case, some thought that the sugary, cartoonish...
Yeah, no, you gotta be real with kids, bro. You just gotta tell them the truth, alright? That's the only way they learn for real. Like, I'm telling my kid at 2 years old that Santa doesn't exist. I don't care. I don't care, alright?
Portrayal insulted the Holocaust, forcing schools and countries to keep it away from their kids. The Last Temptation of Christ, 1988. Let's say that your favorite superhero, such as Superman, questions his life existence and often thinks about leaving heroism behind to live the regular life of the average dude permanently. In a nutshell, that's the reason why The Last Temptation of Christ got banned, because it depicts the Messiah in the same way. Martin Scorsese's religious epic follows Jesus Christ in a bit of a what-if story. In this movie, the Son of God is tempted by the allures of living a normal life, including getting married, having children, paying off your ridiculous mortgage, and working a
They did that back then? Am I tripping or I'm thinking like they didn't do that stuff. Like, they had houses and, like, money and... Huh?
9-to-5 job. For him, being an average Joe seems to be more interesting than the life of a god. The twist is that Jesus often deals with these earthly temptations while still trying to save humanity. It becomes a constant struggle between settling down in a lovely farmhouse and returning to heaven after he's done cleaning up our messes. Scorsese's portrayal of Jesus wasn't exactly something to be happy about if you're on the more extreme side of the religious scale. The church thought that it was blasphemy to portray the Messiah as a very human figure with very human needs and desires.
But my thing is, right, is like, bro, I would be fine with these type of movies, but why do they only do it to Christianity, bro? They never do this like any other religion. It's the one religion they focus on. That's why I really don't Hollywood, bro. Hollywood is weird as because they would never say it about any of the other religions. They would never do it for Islam. They would never do it for Judaism. They would never do it any single one, bro. But for Christians, that's first off the second most popular religion in the world, by the way, right? Second, they're just like, hey, you know what, bro? We can just say whatever. It's like, bro, what are you talking about?
Christian groups protested outside movie theaters, demanding to know why their beloved savior was shown debating the pros and cons of living a normal life. It's like getting upset because your superhero suddenly decided to nap instead of fighting the villain. Pink Flamingos, 1972. If you could think of a movie that probably tried to break as many taboos as possible, then that would be Pink Flamingos.
Lady Loki looked fine. Never mind. Why would that pop up right after I say that? Why would this image pop up right after? Can we not, no, go ahead, Tommy, chill, stop, everybody calm down.
This outrageous film gave the cinema world a huge facepalm during the 1970s. The film's...
Let me guess, it's like a man and drag queen or something. They didn't like that. I'm gonna assume because... Okay, wait, this is gonna be really messed up if this is like an actual, like...
Plot follows Divine, a drag queen who's on a quest to be...
I knew it, I called it.
The filthiest person alive. Think of it as a talent show where the only category is being the most indecent human. While it's a critical success for pushing boundaries, Pink Flamingos is infamous for its no-holds-barred approach to shock value. It features scenes so outrageous, they make a visit to the dentist look like a walk in the park.
Come on, bro.
You're looking at things like public defecation, eating dog poop, and a general vibe that says, if you're not offended, you're doing it wrong. It's as if the film decided that...
Okay, now I'm glad they banned it. Oh, man, bruh. Oh, man, that's just rough.
Normal was too boring and crafted a film that insists on breaking every rule in the book. As a result, it's been banned in various places, not because it's poorly made, but because it boldly challenges norms and decency. It's less about being a bad film and more about being provocative, ensuring that it's not everyone's cup of tea unless your tea is spiked with shock.
I wonder if back then they didn't have like fake poop or something, so they actually had like they made the drag queen eat the real shit. Oh my god, bro, that would be just... I don't know. I mean, it was the 70s, bro. Really think of it. The 70s, like Hollywood was only 100 years old at that point, for real.
Shock value and rebellious spirit. The Dictator, 2012. The moment you hear that the guy starring...
The Dictator, bro? The one with Sacha Cohen Baron? Bro, this movie's hilarious. Where'd they ban this at? Oh, probably North Korea.
In this movie is the same dude who brought us controversial movies like Borat and Bruno. You already know that it's going to ruffle some feathers internationally. The Dictator is a movie that took a straight punch to the gut of dictatorship and authoritarian leadership, causing several countries to ban it from their theaters.
Let me guess, North Korea.
In this
North Korea, everything is banned, so never mind.
Movie, General Aladdin is a ruthless North African dictator who rules his country with an iron fist and a bad haircut. When democracy threatens to rain on his parade, he's shipped off to New York to charm the UN. Instead, he's double-crossed and ousted from his dictatorship. Now, as an exile in the US, he's fumbling through democracy, a concept totally foreign to him. The dictator isn't shy about showing the outrageousness of dictatorship. You'd see how the film takes a low blow, using satire to poke fun at cultural stereotypes and everything that dictators do. In short, it insults the concept of dictatorship.
That's the best kind of comedy movies, though, bruh. Yo, comedy movies don't be hitting, bruh. A comedy movie hasn't hit for real for me in the past, bruh, I don't know how long, man. It's been a while since, like, I watched a comedy movie, I'd be like, that's funny, bruh. Throw the most crazy shit in that movie, bruh. People want to complain about it on Twitter. Oh my god, bruh, you can't say this, bro. Shut the hell up, man. It's a fucking comedy movie, bro. You can say anything, bro. Make fun of anything. I don't care. I literally don't care.
Dictatorship and makes dictators look silly, stupid, and outrageous. There was never anything subtle about its humor, especially given how controversial some topics were. For countries with democracies, it's a funny movie, but for a country with a long history of dictatorship, it's an insult to their leaders and the way they run their nations. Allowing this kind of film might have been like adding a gasoline tank to an open flame for many countries, potentially causing a political explosion. That's why it's banned in Arab countries that feel that the movie was meant to specifically insult them. Monty Python's Life of Brian, 1979. It's more than 2,000 years ago, and you're
another Christian movie, bro? Yo, why do they like making fun of Christianity? Well, I don't know what this movie's about, so let me hear it, but like, damn, bro.
Living your life normally, until someone accidentally mistakes you for Jesus Christ. This religious twist is turned into a series of hilarious events that would make you look at the Bible as a comedy book. Now, you probably understand why Monty Python's Life of Brian got a bad side eye from religious groups. The movie is about Brian Cohen, a guy born on the same day as Jesus, who gets mistaken as the savior because he was born in the house next
Oh, this is it?
door. It's the Monty Python.
It's probably the least crazy compared to the other two.
Crew's attempt to give a fresh twist to biblical stories, much to the rage of those who prefer their religious tales as solemn as possible. It's
still weird though, bro, how Hollywood always like, bro, it's three, bro, y'all not thinking it's crazy, bro? It's 3 Christian movies on this thing? Come on, bro.
We humorously handles sacred themes, making Christian groups think that these guys were simply mocking their savior and using Jesus.
Not by Hollywood. I mean, this movie, the only way you can make movies in like the 80s and shit, mainstream movies, was Hollywood, so it definitely is.
His tale as a way to make a few bucks out of a comedy flick. It's like the movie's goal was to find every button of religious sensitivity and push it until it screamed enough. In the UK, some local councils actually banned the film because they were worried it might spark more blasphemy. Over in Ireland, it was so controversial that the Irish film censor thought it was like spitting in the Holy Grail. In the US, there wasn't a nationwide ban, but local groups frequently targeted it, feeling it poked fun at their faith in a way that didn't quite align with their idea of a good Christian story. Essentially, you're going to feel that the movie pokes fun at religion in what was supposed to be a harmless way, but it didn't sit well with people who wanted their biblical stories untouched by.
I mean, you can't really poke fun at any religion. Like, that's something people take serious, you know? That's why, I mean, no shit, people are gonna be mad about this. Like, I swear, some people expect, like, bro, just move on, it's fine. It's like, no, bro, what? You're making fun of my fucking religion. If it was any other religion that wasn't Christians, people would be like, oh, it's fine. It's understandable, but I guess now it's not, bro.
American Sniper, 2014.
Oh, no, this movie was peak. Why'd they remove this?
If you have a movie that's made by an American, stars an American, and talks about an American fighting for good old American freedom in the Middle East, it's bound to stir up some controversy in places that aren't too fond of the USA.
Now, I'll never forget the one scene, bro, where the kid, like, fucking kid and his mom blew up. Or okay, that sounds crazy, bro. If you didn't watch the movie, you'll know, bro. If you've seen the movie, you'll know. Alright? You'll know. But like the kid and his mom who like detonated or some crazy shit. That was the wildest thing I ever seen. I had no business watching this, bro.
Sniper follows the story of a Navy SEAL sniper with a talent for making long-distance shots look like a game of darts. It talks about the struggles he faces in the Middle East while shooting down terrorist insurgents and the issues he needs to address back home. But the movie also dives deep into the heart of the Middle Eastern conflict. If you're used to eating what the Western media serves you daily, you'll find nothing wrong with this film and its plot. But countries and people who were on the short end of the stick of the conflicts involving the USA and
bro, y'all know what's crazy? Y'all know the government like puts money in films and shit? I didn't even know that for real until like this year. I think I learned that this year. Like the government has like specific spending they put for movies. So like they really put money. They most likely put money into this movie. To like it's like a small propaganda thing too. Like for example, in some movies they might have like some military, like they'll have the FBI or something. The government will put that to show people, you know, and normalize it. to Americans. It's like low-key propaganda. It's not like in your face like that.
The Middle East weren't happy about how the movie portrayed military actions and political issues. The film presented a one-sided view of the conflicts through the eyes of a classic American patriot. It's like a
that is facts though. Yeah, no, the movie definitely was like a patriotic American only. Wasn't telling like America be over these Middle Eastern countries, bro. America be over these Middle Eastern countries like crazy, and then we'll act like the victim, like, oh my god, bro, like, what are you guys doing? And then America will start some shit, and after that, like, any retaliation they get, bro, any retaliation we get, I mean, you know, y'all see that. That's not really America, but I mean, let's be real, bro. Y'all see that genocide going on, and y'all know how America's involved in it.
Comic book where the heroes can't do anything wrong, while the villains, like the Middle Eastern soldiers, are evil down to their very core. This led to the film getting banned in several Middle Eastern countries. Meanwhile, other countries who weren't offended by the movie's portrayal of the war still banned this film for other reasons. They thought it might stir up local tensions between those with opposing views about the movie. So while American Sniper was an international blockbuster, it was also a source of international popcorn fights involving countries that don't like how American this movie is. The Gods Must Be Crazy, 1980.
What the hell?
You probably never knew that a movie could get many people laughing, but also offend an equal number of folks. That's what you get in The Gods Must Be Crazy, a hilarious gem that
the f is this?
It got banned for having a sense of humor that not everyone could get. The story follows a member of a primitive and remote tribe who sees a Coke bottle falling out of the sky after it gets thrown off an airplane. Having never seen such a thing before, the locals thought it was a gift from the gods, like sweet nectar falling out of the sky. They started using it for everything.
I'd be thinking that, bro, like tribes, like I wonder what would happen if you just like threw an iPhone in there or something. Like it's like a giant tribe. You just threw like an iPhone, bro. They probably treat like their new god or something. That would be literally the thing. They would hold it up in like what is it called? I don't know, like a case or something, or hold it up, bro, and that would be like their thing. Crazy.
Including cooking and hammering, until they soon realized it caused more trouble than good. Their peaceful lives turned into envy and arguments as a soda bottle caused so much chaos. This film intended its plot to humorously make fun of mainstream society and its obsession with soda and basically everything else that
That sounds weak as shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie, this sounds weak. Who banned it? America? Watch this be the one movie that America actually banned.
Throws your way. Its portrayal of an indigenous culture was also supposed to be lighthearted, but not everyone got the punchline. Sure, you'd think it only used indigenous culture to make a point, but some people thought it reinforced stereotypes rather than broke them. They felt the movie was more of a cultural misunderstanding than a comedic masterpiece. So instead of making millions more people laugh out loud with its simplistic but well-played joke, The Gods Must Be Crazy got banned, but not before it broke box office records worldwide. It looks like the Coke bottle caused quite a stir.
Interesting, thank you. Yeah, so I was expecting worse. You know what? That wasn't worse, actually. There has to be worse movies they definitely missed or something. I gotta see another video like this. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to join the Discord and watch the streams.
Subscribe to Tommy NFG.